Hello everyone, welcome my channel. I hope you had a wonderful day. Please like and subscribe to the video before we begin. Nothing significant occurs when there isn't a madman on the loose, as the most recent preview made clear. And no, it isn't our way of stating that there should always be a madman on the loose. We need a damn break after all of Cameron, Jordan, Ian, and Martin going back to back. The clip, which you can view here, tells us that Amy, a recast and rewritten version of a character from long ago, has news on her prognosis. Didn't care that much even the first time around. Daniel is navel-gazing with Tessa, and Diane is unveiling the results of her revamp of the Abbott mansion. No love story in sight, no conflict. There are no stakes. It's like if Young and Restless had an ad that read, "We couldn't think of anything interesting to put on this week, so you might as well skip." How can a daily drama with gloriously chaotic and unstable people accomplish that? We have problems with Bold and Beautiful too, but at least when it stops treading water every week, something occurs. In the coming days, it will host a fashion show and threaten to murder off a prominent participant. It's not just this week of Young and Restless that has brought this issue to the fore, either. It's a lot of them. Look at what's been done to the iconic Victor Newman. He's like a broken record with literally nothing better to do than poke at our enemy Jack because what? That's just what he does. Victor's freaking dynamic. Write him a story that doesn't leave the aftertaste of stale leftovers. And please and thank you, while you're at it, make it make sense. The less said about what he's doing to Audra, the better. Also, could someone please remind the powers that be that love and romance are cornerstones of the genre? Young and Restless is sorely lacking in that department. Sure, it moves characters from one relationship to another occasionally, but there's never any real impact. And when was the last time that the show made your heart skip a beat? If you don't find talk of corporate mergers swoon-worthy, we're gonna guess that it's been a long while. The Young and the Restless has everything it needs to reclaim its place as CBS Daytime's crown gem. A talented cast. Characters should be fascinating. A rich history and an open future. The elements simply need to be altered so that we feel like the program is heading someplace rather than just going through the motions. And as critical as this article was, we hope the show can get back on track. Tough love is still love. If Young and Restless needs any pointers, and it does, it might try tuning into Beyond the Gates, which moves at an admirable pace, leans into, not away from drama, and has a few characters on the canvas who aren't filthy rich. What grade would you give Young and Restless currently? On the April 21 episode of The Young and the Restless, Nikki urged Claire not to listen to Victor's opinions about Kyle. Victoria urged Claire to listen to Victor's opinions of Kyle. And Claire gushed that all she wants is to be with Kyle and to be happy, and she needs a very, very clever plan. A very, very clever plan worthy of a Newman. Nikki wanted Claire to let Victor know what it feels like not to get his way every time. Has Nikki considered doing something to that end herself? No, she has not. Victoria wanted Claire to stand up to Victor too. Just, in a chiller way. But in the end, Claire wasn't raised by Nikki and Victoria. She was raised by Jordan, so she needs a Jordan-level crazy plan. The only thing Victor, Eric Braden, cares about more than this family, and always being right and winning and the Abbotts losing and himself, are future members of his family. He can't resist a new heir. Consider how he helped Chelsea, Melissa Claire Egan, get away with attempting to murder Ray, Jordi Villasuso, and framing Adam, Mark Grossman, not because he adored Chelsea, but she gave birth to Connor, Judah Mackey, a Newman. He put up with Phyllis, Michelle Stafford, for the same reasons. He hasn't smashed Billy, Jason Thompson, like a bug yet because of Johnny, Paxton Mishkind, and Katie, CN. So what could make Victor accept Kyle, Michael Mealer? A new Tiny Newman, of course. The more. Watch V&R to see what happens next. Jordan, Colleen Zenk, has a niece named Claire, Haley Aaron. She is not a little person. She was born to succeed. Why, therefore, wouldn't Claire consciously become pregnant? Then Victor won't be able to protest Kyle. If he does, Claire will be forced to step up and threaten to get an abortion if Victor doesn't change. Was Victor willing to forfeit a great-grandchild? It is the only thing capable of causing him to behave. The Young and the Restless Y&R recap for Tuesday, April 22, reveals that Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, will push Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, to fire Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, while Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, and Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller, make love declarations. At the GCAC, Phyllis will convince Billy that she is still fully committed to Abbott Communications, but she will also want Billy to confirm that he is still willing to bring Daniel Romalotti Jr., Michael Graziade, on board when he is ready. Billy will be unable to commit to it until Daniel is entirely focused. Phyllis will be annoyed by the scenario and will vent her feelings on Sally, who will sit next to Billy during this meeting. After Phyllis leaves, Sally will chastise Billy for being too polite and insinuate that this is all a tragedy waiting to happen. Since Phyllis is a loose cannon, Sally will push Billy to cut her loose before she does anything to destroy Abbott Communications. At Crimson Lights on Tuesday's I&R episode, Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, will try to cheer Daniel up with a cookie and some advice about going in a different direction. After Tessa reflects on learning to play the harmonica when she was dealing with a songwriting block, Daniel will get an idea about how she can help him. That idea will remain a mystery for now, though Daniel will urge Tessa not to laugh when he reveals it. At one point, Phyllis will show up and ask to speak with Daniel in private, but he won't think there's anything more to say about his view on Abbott Communications. When Phyllis realizes Daniel's been turning to Tessa for guidance instead of her, she'll be a little miffed over that news. At Society, Claire will accept Kyle's offer to move in together, so he'll be surprised over her agreeing so soon. Kyle will be concerned that Victor Newman, Eric Braden, is more involved in this than Claire realizes, but she will make it plain that this is what she wants. Claire will ultimately acknowledge she's in love with Kyle, but he'll question how she knows given she's never been in love before. Claire's lovely speech about all the ways she knows will swiftly convince Kyle that her love is genuine. Kyle will tell Claire that he loves her as well, and he will assure her that he is not doing it under pressure. Claire and Kyle will share some kisses and intimate moments, but the Victor issue will linger in Kyle's mind. Despite Kyle's gloomy predictions about Victor's reaction to them living together, Claire will hold out hope that her grandpa will accept their relationship eventually. Although Claire acknowledges that it would be difficult, she emphasizes that she is willing to battle for the people she cares about, including Kyle. According to the Young and the Restless spoilers, Claire will try to update Victor's perspective, but his plan with Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, is bound to cause havoc soon. CDL will have more hot Young and the Restless spoilers, updates, and news to share, so make us your primary I&R source. Tags: The Young and the Restless, The Young and the Restless episode, The Young and the Restless, The Young and Restless news, The Young and the Restless spoilers I&R Y and our episode Y&R updates your news, spoilers. Thank you for watching the video. Please continue to follow and subscribe to my VSR Media channel.